Dana, it was a pretty warm start to our day. We were kind of spoiled with that. Things have kind of gone downhill, though. Cooler temps on the way, and of course we have some wet weather now.
Yeah, kind of steadily downhill throughout the day. That's a pretty good way of describing it. But yeah, we started off meteorological winter with weather that certainly didn't feel like it. A lot of us got into the 50s today, and you wouldn't know by looking outside today that we do have some snow on the way for Monday. But high temperatures today, we were able to get into the 50s for a lot of us out there. In Portland, we got to 56. So overall, we saw some pretty high temperatures for today. But our radar now shows that we have a lot of rain moving through. Now, this system doesn't have a lot of power to it, so we aren't going to see much in terms of rainfall accumulation or snowfall for northern Maine, but we are going to see this rain throughout the next couple of hours. But it's a pretty quick moving storm, so it'll be able to go through just over the next couple of hours. And by the time we get to right before sunrise, most of that will be cleared out. So it'll be rainy overnight tonight, but by the time we get to the day tomorrow, things will mostly clear out, with one caveat. High pressure is going to have a hard time settling in, which means we're entering into this kind of unsettled pattern for the weekend where it's going to be a bit more on the dreary side, and there's a chance for some sprinkles or some flurries for both of the weekend days. Now, I think Saturday overall is going to be drier, but I would say overcast for much, if not all of the day for us. And then Sunday, that's where we're going to see some more chances of some flurries in the north and some showers in the south before the main system that we've been talking about over the past couple of days is finally going to get to move in around sunset on Sunday, and then that's going to continue through Monday. Now, we've been watching this system closely over the past couple of days. And I think where it's going to be warmest is going to be along the coast. So it's going to take a while for the coast to switch over to snow. We're going to start out with some rain, whereas the rest of Maine is going to see some pretty heavy snow at times. I think both the rain and snow will be pretty heavy as we go throughout late in the day into early Monday morning. And then once we get closer to Monday morning, that's where temperatures closer to the coast will be able to drop far enough to allow us to see some snow. So I think the Monday morning commute is going to be a bit slippery, so just be careful when you're going out on early Monday morning. And then the snow showers are going to start to break up as we get later in the day on Monday, but they are going to linger for most of the day. But by the time we get to Tuesday morning, things will clear out, but our temperatures are going to drop very quickly behind this system. So this is what we have for our snowfall map. I think southern York County will see coatings or less right along the coast, 1 to 3, and then 3 to 6 widespread. And then in central Maine is where we'll see 6 to 10. So I'm going to back away so we can get a better look at this. It's a pretty tight gradient along the coast between the 1 to 3 and the 3 to 6. But as always, we'll start to make tweaks of this over the weekend. So check back in for updates on the snowfall map. But I think this is a pretty good map of what we'll see over the next couple of days for that snow. Marine forecast sees 2 to 5. So for our 7-day forecast, Alex, over the weekend, it's not a type of cancel your plans weekend, but overall it is going to be a little bit on the dreary side. And like I said, keep checking back for updates for the system on Monday, but I think we should expect a couple inches of snow.
All right, it's on its way. Thank you, Dana.